back to the Patriots Wrap. He's Andy Gresh. We're breaking down Redskins and Patriots. All right, if you just watched the second half of the game, you'd think all is well.
Yeah.
But the first half wasn't exactly pretty. That being said, what is your big takeaways from the day?
That the offensive line is still struggling, and I turned to Marshall Newhouse, who stood out like a sore thumb at various points in this game. Whether it was giving up pressures, losing his feet in the run game. We kind of highlighted that on New England Nation. He's really struggling, and I thought he struggled against the Redskins. At times, so did Marcus Cannon. So just the timing of the offense isn't there. And I thought Yianni, personnel-wise, they were really running a lot of pro set, meaning running back, Jakob Johnson, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end. So once Dorsett went down, it hurt their ability to run multiple receiver sets, and therefore I think it slowed down the offense.
Running game a little bit better in the second half, and we saw some personnel situations where Sony Michel was catching the ball, James White was running the ball, so not as predictable. More encouraged about the offense after today's performance or less?
A little bit, because I think in the second half they started to figure it out. And I also think that as you lose players the way they have, necessity becomes the mother of invention, to where you saw Sony Michel catching the ball. And by the way, the Patriots need to do more of that. They've got to fix the balance in terms of when White and Michel are in the game. That said, I think they kind of forced their hand. Hey, we had to operate differently. Went against a team that runs primarily a bunch of zone defense, or the concepts of zone defense. That's why at times you saw Brady play action, boom. They put 2 tight ends to the right side. You overload against the zone. They were able to take advantage of it formationally by actually using the 2 tight ends. But yeah, I feel better about them, especially with the way they ran it in the second half.
All right, Colt McCoy is the Redskins quarterback. They don't have a ton of weapons, but it's now 20 points in 5 games. The Pats D has given up no passing touchdowns all season. What do we keep talking about him?
Okay, let me give you a little concern here, believe it or not, and that is, what's the ceiling with this group? They played great. Can they get better? Or is this who they are, and they have to play at this level for 20 football games to be able to bring it home and win a championship, which would make them, I don't know, up there with the Ravens and those 85 Bears as maybe for a single season, one of the greatest defenses ever. Now, I think we know the odds are unlikely given the way the game is played now compared to the way it was in 85 and in early 2000, late 1999. So I wonder how they can make themselves better, or do they have to keep playing at this level? Yeah. At some point, there will be a little bit of slippage, and there may be a key injury or two that could hurt them. But man, they're flying around, and they're showing the elements of an old school 3-4 defense a lot of the time.
Getting to the quarterback, too, at an unbelievable rate.
Yeah.
All right, finally in our first segment, Mike Nugent comes out, misses his first PAT. Everyone's shaking their head, just like Gostkowski. Hit everything the rest of the while, though. He doinked another extra point made. What is his initial grade for today?
It was, hey, I guess I'm a first-time Patriot, so I got a little case of the yips, maybe. Look, people are getting what they wanted, right? For those who were screaming, hey, we need to, Gostkowski, he's a liability. If you thought he was a liability, there you go. There's one of the garden variety replacements. Maybe they need more practice squad kickers to scare Nugent into hitting all of his kicks. I mean, that's about where we're at right now.
Hopefully he doesn't burn the Patriots down the road. All right, just getting started on the Patriot Wrap. Coming up after the break, the rest of the NFL highlights. We're back right after this.